Hey guys, thanks so much for coming to check out the Daily Insight. This is the 31st of December 2018, guys. Happy New Year to each and every person that has subscribed to my channel, and to all the new people. You're very, very welcome. Now, when I was pre-shuffling the deck, guys, I kept the 31st of January was kept coming up, so that's significant for us here, for somebody on the channel, or for a lot of us, or just one person. So I've asked Spirit to show us where we are now, where we've come from, and where we're heading into 2019. And I would just like to say that this channel has helped me immensely, both spiritually and on a personal level. And I send so much love to each and every person that I've connected with. I set up this channel in October 2017, but I didn't start posting videos till March, I think the end of March, April 2018. And it took a lot for me to get out of my own way and put myself out there. So thanks for all the validations, the comments, the likes, the shares, and each and every person that has subscribed to the channel and is helping it grow. And I'm really looking forward to this channel continuing to grow, because it's really just the beginning of it, guys. And I have opened up personal and private readings because I've been guided to do so. So check the description box for the information on the readings that I'm offering at the moment. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Steph, guys. So let's see, I want one card for the past energy, one card for the here and now, and as we move into January 2019. Okay, guys, at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Wands. So there's been a significant fire sign person in our lives throughout 2018, or for some of 2018. I do know that getting over a Leo, a 5.5 year relationship. I'm single nearly 2 years now, and I was still purging that final purge, guys, over the weekend. The weekend reading definitely hit home for me, for sure. So, but also we've been appearing as the King of Wands in the Daily Insights, and this is about stepping up into our power and doing everything that I just said a moment ago. In personally setting up this channel, putting myself out there, getting out of my own way, and believing in myself, even though doubt and anxiety can creep up, especially when you're messing with people's lives. This channel was set up to only ever to be positive and to help, and each and every person's on their soul journey, soul lesson, and our soul mission here in this lifetime. And we are now having the power, the confidence, and the self-belief to take leadership role in our own lives, and continue to move forward in the direction of our visions. So very, very positive. And the Ace of Wands, yes, so there was this in 2018, it was all about spiritual growth. It was all about expansion, consciousness, awareness, global awareness, and people connecting on a spiritual level. And this is definitely igniting, and like YouTube is full of spiritual people, and I don't feel in competition with any single person on YouTube, because if you're a true light worker, you do it because you're guided to do it. Money doesn't motivate me. Never did, never will. but I found my passion and I started believing in myself. I have delved into tarot and angel cards for 13 years, even since I was as young as maybe 16. And I feel this year I've been remembering a lot of my spiritual knowledge and gifts, and I've always had strong intuition and knowingness and opening up into that mediumship abilities as well, which was quite scary to me, but it's all expansive and growth. And this here, no matter, because believe me, 2018, 2017, the last 13 years of my life have been hell. 99.9% of it has been really, I lived in hell, and this is why the channel is called Freedom Out of Darkness, because I had to step up, and how painful it was and how hard it was to take a decision to end something, to walk away from someone that I deeply loved, but they didn't love me. And everything in my life became so much easier, and now I have a home, I have this great channel and connecting with you. I have 2 or 3 people in my life that I value with my life, and I know that I can trust with my life, and all the other people left like that. As soon as we raise our vibration, as soon as we're following our spiritual path, the people that need to go, like the narcissists, the control freaks, the people who never really loved you, they just want to possess you, or they want to drag you down with them. Those people, they're gone, they're going, and we're still doing the work. It's always evolving, always growing. And there's always going to be challenges and new people and different experiences, but we're learning and we're incorporating our wisdom within the King of Wands to make the decisions that are for our highest good and to protect our energies against energy vampires, lower vibration people. We all will go through pain and heartache and loss in life. That's part of the human experience. But now we're stepping into the knowing that we all have a soul, we all have soul lessons and a soul mission. And we, as soon as we start seeing life and relationships and situations through that lens, that's when we can say that we have released our ego and we're stepping into enlightenment. And it's a constant working progress. You just don't wake up and you're enlightened and negative energies. You're always growing, and it doesn't mean that you've fallen back. It just means that the next dickhead or the next user or abuser or the next friend that pretends to be your friend but really they're jealous of you underneath it all, you'll see them for who they truly are, and your angels and your spiritual team will help you protect yourself against those type of people. So when the universe dispels people, situations, places, things out of our lives, open your hands and just let it go, because if it's meant for you, it will come back healed and better. So in the here and now, we have the Hierophant. So this is all about our values, our belief systems, our spirituality, the relationships that we commit to, or if we want marriage, if we want partnerships, if we want to grow spiritually. I'm a Libra, and I have never been married. I'm 34. I've had 2 long-term relationships, one lasting 6 years where I had 2 daughters, the other lasting 5.5 years. And I definitely am ready for a commitment, ready to commit more and more to the growth of my own spiritual path, connecting with like-minded people, which was the goal of this channel, to connect with like-minded people, looking at our core beliefs and values, and becoming from an authentic place from inside of us, because we cannot expect these things from others, but we sure can expect those things from ourselves, and we lead them by example. So a lot of us here are spiritual teachers, we are healers, we have had experiences that allow us to counsel people, that allow us to mediate and to give value to our experiences, because that's when the experiences become knowledge, and wisdom then can be passed on. And through my heartache and all of my life experience, even though most of it was negative, there is so much that I live in gratitude now. Whereas for so long I lived in depression and fear and anxiety, felt like I was a victim of my circumstances, till I became the King of Wands, till I became the King of Swords. I speak your truth, step into your integrity, and don't take no shit from no one. Okay, guys, so that's and now, yes, and I knew this card was going to come up, and I didn't want to say it. Even before I got out the camera, when I was tidying up, preparing to record the reading, I knew the Five of Cups was going to come out. So, as we go into January, as I said, there is always going to be loss and death and relationships breaking down, marriages, friendships, jobs ending. Change is the only constant in our lives, and the things that we do commit to and the things that we do hold value is the things that we need to be putting our time, energy and effort into. And as we experience loss, and when we allow ourselves to understand the grieving process and the steps that it takes to go through grief, and grief comes from death of a relationship, death of a child, death of a pet, a job, ending, leaving a home, anything that was you were emotionally invested in that no longer is in your life, cause for a time of mourning. So in the process of going through those stages, we can learn to deal with them better, because we don't live in denial, we don't live in anger, we arrive at acceptance as we move through it. I no longer fear death. I don't fear anybody around me dying. And my dad has terminal cancer. He was diagnosed in October, and he wasn't given much time. And there is going to be this bereavement that comes into our family. And I haven't lost a parent. I have both my mum and dad. My dad is 70 now. And it's coming to those terms. I lost a daughter 13 years ago. Her lungs didn't develop. I was leaking amniotic fluid. I lost a good friend that was killed on a motorbike. I worked in a job where a co-worker was shot in a hotel that I worked in. And when I was only 16, one of our managers was shot by a porter that tried to rob the hotel. And so I do know this energy so much. And as I said, I felt like I was a victim of my circumstances, never feeling good enough for anybody, always feeling a lack of something missing inside. And then I found out that what was missing was myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. And I found myself, and I know that once you can be happy on your own, standing on your own 2 feet, being the boss in your life, then nobody can ever take your power from you again, because your power is never taken. We just forget to use it. So let's see some additional guidance, guys. Whoa. That was very, very deep. So they're both like coming out like this. So this is the Emperor, leads, and this is confront, which is the Moon card. And straight away the message I got was, we are now taking the lead in our lives, summing it all up perfectly. We're letting go of the Emperor, the person who wants to control us, the narcissist, the abuser, the husband we don't love, we're not happy with, the wife we don't love, with the job, the relationships. Whatever it is that has control over you, we are now letting it go. We have gained a lot of wisdom, as I said, through our experience. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, it does not matter. We all have the capacity to mature mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as much as we put into work into ourselves. And confront is the shadow work, guys. It's facing into the illusions, realizing that fear, that loss, that death, it's all an illusion, because we are spirit and we will transcend back into spirit. This is our human body, our human life, this is the soul lessons that we signed up for. So let's learn them, and let's share that wisdom and knowledge with the people around us. So for a lot of us here, we'll always have nights of fear. There'll always be something that will come up that will because there is light and dark always inside of us, and as long as we live and grow through these experiences, we're confronting our shadow more and more, and we're realizing the illusions that they are, and that nobody or nothing has any control over you or your life, only you. Forget other people's expectations. Forget what your mammy wants. Forget what your religion wants. Forget what your family wants. What do you want? So it says, Archangel Raphael, I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. So as I said earlier, we all have spiritual gifts, and physical healing is a part of a lot of our gifts here. So if you're called to work in Reiki or massage or energy, anything like that, Archangel Raphael, I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. And then Crystal, have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you cannot yet see. So guys, we can gain insight. We can try and look into the future. Me personally, I don't like to use tarot to be predictive. I like to use tarot to be insightful, and there is a predictive element, but ultimately the future is when we're living in the here and now and we're following our correct path. And if we don't feel that we're on the correct path, we're asking our angels, we're asking our archangels to guide us onto the correct path. And no matter how bleak things may seem, they always have the potential to get better, because the light will always be found within the darkness, and the more you search for that light, the less darkness there will be. So out of the darkness and into the light, and this is just about summing up every single reading that I've probably done in 2018. It's all about challenging ourselves to feel our emotions so we can grow. Don't fear grief. Don't fear loss. Don't fear your ego. Trust in spirit and have hope that you can come out of any situation. And even if life is really, really positive and you're living in the here and now, and boom, a tragedy strikes or something happens in your life, just trust that that was part of the journey and the experience. And there is no fear in the loss anymore. So that's very, very beautiful. And we're not made of stone. We have emotions. We are in a human state where we have to learn emotion. We came here to learn these emotions of the human body. And now we're being asked, as we go into 2019, to no longer fear the loss, and to have faith and hope, because there is something positive on the horizon that we cannot yet see. So guys, I hope and I trust that you have a wonderful new year. This was very, very deep for me. I wasn't expecting it to be this deep, but I'm just channeling the messages the Spirit wanted us to know. Right now, we are stepping into our power. We are looking at the things that we hold value and true within ourselves and within others, and we're moving in that direction. So have a wonderful new year, guys, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch the reading, and I hope and I trust that it helped you in some way, and you'll come back for the next reading. I do. Take care.